Welcome back to Out of Controllers and the second episode of the Daily Grind.
Is it the second episode?
Well, yeah, because we made the first one already.
I mean, do we have more? Is what I'm asking.
What do you mean more?
Like, more than one?
No.
Okay, alright.
We don't. It was all part of the same episode.
Alright, fine.
You didn't?
Oh, yeah, no, I remember now. Because we ran into that Maggie. I'm great at this, guys.
Yeah, because we did the cut, and then we came back later. There were actually like 4 different interruptions in that recording.
Were there?
Because we live in a house with people.
Oh, don't die. Alright.
Doing real good.
The worst
No, it's
part.
fine. You're fine.
No, the noise is the worst part.
Oh, yeah, the noise is the worst.
Like, it's super stressful.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it.
The tough grew to level 6.
Yeah.
Just because I'm also like all about audience participation when this will go up months after I think it will. Audience, what's your favorite Pokemon? Leave us a comment. Wait a minute, have we mentioned what our favorite Pokemon are?
I mean,
you kind of got to.
Yeah,
I think.
like Sableye's my favorite.
Okay.
Because in Ruby Sapphire, it's a really useful Pokemon that you get really early on. So like, it's being both dark and ghost. It's useful against 2 different types. Like psychic and normal attacks don't hurt it.
Mm-hmm.
So in that sense, it's a really useful Pokemon that you get really early on. And it's adorable and impish and dark type, and those are all things that I love.
True. It's pretty good that way.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite is Pichu because it's adorable, and that's actually mostly it. It's not like a stellar Pokemon. I was really intrigued with it in like the remakes of Heart and Gold when I realized it could learn a very special move if you like bred it properly. And that's really the most in-depth I've ever gotten with breeding is like, I want this Pichu to know Volt Tackle so I can call it Ragnarok and pretend that it's uber powerful when it most definitely is still a baby. But that sort of like really endeared it in my heart to be like, this Pokemon means so much. I'm gonna train the groupie now.
Yeah.
Nice. Just trying to get all of our Pokemon to like acceptable levels.
Yep.
Like,
yeah. I like starting the first gym with like at least level 10 Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty decent.
Preferably more, but
if they were bug types, they'd be fully evolved. Then we're probably ready for the rest of the game.
I mean, we're not gonna wait until, level 10 just because Dan is like, oh, we need more actual episodes. Not that these aren't actual episodes, audience. We love you.
Yeah, but like, see, I want the daily grind to actually be like a 3rd daily video.
Goodness. Well, then you need to come up with like more interesting shit to talk about.
I don't know what you mean. This is exactly the type of content I want to output is aimless talking.
Well, no, aimless talking is fine, but maybe save like the Pokemon chatter for, I don't know, the Pokemon channel.
No. Well, now I'm trying to think of other genial things.
Janial?
Genial.
Janial?
Janial. Things relating to Jane. Jane, how you doing? I actually don't know any Janes, so if there is a Jane,
don't either.
Leave me a comment, and
that's so weird.
It'd be cool. Be the first Jane of Out of Controllers.
Has that name just like gone out of style, or?
No, there are people with the name Jane.
Well, no, I mean obviously there are people with the name Jane, but But, like, you know how names go in and out of style? Like, is Jane just, like, one of those names that for our generation went out of style, is my question.
I mean, possibly a little bit. I have met a Jane, but I'm not really, like, acquainted. Mm-hmm. Where I'm like, I know you on site and definitely feel comfortable talking to you.
Well, my whole thing with Jane is, like, it's a fine name. There's nothing wrong with the name
Yeah,
Jane.
It's a great name.
My whole thing, though, is, like, I could see it. Like, my parents were really invested in having all their children's names sound kind of lyrical. Mm-hmm. And so, given that, plus the fact that we have Irish blood in all of us, That's a weird way.
Half.
That's a weird way of saying that, but
a little bit. But it's fine.
We're of Irish descent, and so me and my two brothers all have very, very Irish sounding names.
It's true.
Like Maggie's not terribly Irish, but like my full name is very Irish sounding and it's very melodic, and I'm not gonna say it because
that's fair. Yeah, why do that? We don't need to reveal ourselves to you, audience. We're doing it in a more personal sense, rather than ways you could commit identity theft senses.
Or like, just, I don't know, I'm of the generation where like, we were taught to be like, kind of paranoid of people on the internet.
Oh yeah, please, like, all of the, don't tell anyone who you are on the internet, so they'll use it against you somehow, and it's like, nowadays, it's like, I'll, like, tell you my whole family.
Like, yeah, I'm comfortable sharing a lot of information about myself on the internet. I'm not super comfortable telling people information that they might be able to use to find me.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that, like, you share all types of information, but you're not just like, here's my address.
Yeah.
Like, that's not, like, a thing. I don't know. Part of me is, like, that seems like a very bizarre thing for like parents to be worried about children doing on the internet, but I'm also like, those were like the few basic things that I knew about my family that I could tell somebody, and I definitely had less qualms about it when I was a child, because I was like, what could go wrong?
Well, I think that's why your parents ingrain that in you when you're a child, because when you're a child, you're a dipshit and have no inhibitions, and so you're like, I can just tell people this information and nothing bad will happen.
I mean, actually, when I was young, I remember being told that I should, like, if I got separated or lost, that is, like, just the things I should tell people, is where I live and, like, who I am. And, like, I should go to a person of authority, like, I should go to a police officer and say, like, hi, I'm lost. I live here. Can you take me there? Well,
yeah, I mean, that makes sense, because, like, it's an actual physical person, and you need them to take you to an actual physical location.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, the internet isn't going to be able to drive me home until... this video comes out, and surely that will be a contrary statement. Like, it'll be like, no, now there's the Google Uber car who can drive you home. It's fine. It doesn't have any problems. It's unhackable.
Alright, I have a weird thing where I, like, have a lot of trust in and respect for technology. Like, I think it's a great thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I also am very set in... I'm a little old man, honestly.
You are.
I'm curmudgeonly, and I'm like, technology, newfangled, rah.
If you ever want to find Maggie, audience, just look towards the oldest man you can find around you on a porch shouting at children, and you found Maggie, essentially.
I mean, it's not wrong.
I know. That's why I told them that.
But, so, my whole thing is, like, I'm now at a point where, like, when I was a kid, if something broke, you could fix it, because most things were weren't digital. And so, yes, you could take it to a specialist and get it properly fixed, but most people could, patch it together for the time being. Now, if something of mine breaks, I need to take it to a specialist.
It's true.
Because I have no understanding of how, computers and, computer chips and motherboards and wires and electricity works. I don't understand how half of that shit works. I know workarounds for my phone if it's doing something weird, but I'm gonna have to take it somewhere sooner rather than later. And so in that sense, I'm very distrustful of technology. I don't like technology that I can't get into and fiddle with.
That's fair.
And I don't like the idea of technology that could kill me if it starts malfunctioning. So in that sense, I don't like the idea of self-driving cars.
That is fair.
Or automated doors. If it breaks, you can't get out, and that's when my claustrophobia kicks in.
That's fair. For me, I am super into it. Mm-hmm. Because I'm also into let's make this thing sentient and give it rights.
I mean, yes,
I am 100% for that. So I'm I want a car that is built specifically and purposed for driving me somewhere. Mm-hmm. And is a self-contained unit. And it's essentially a person I know. Yeah. So I can be hey Dave, could you drive me? Dave isn't a good name because
it's the worst.
I haven't seen that movie, so I don't have a
I could have sworn I dragged you to that movie.
You never did.
No.
We weren't friends at that time.
No. Okay, so I was in this one class.
Well, next time on the Daily Grind,
Yeah.
we'll talk about what class we were in together.
All right.
Or
We
if we
weren't
were
in the class together.
We were.
Anyway, this is a hot mess of an ending, but thanks for watching, you guys.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.